After completing this lesson, you'll be able to initiate a live review session in Fusion 360 and in an internet browser. And you'll initiate a chat session and specify controller presentation options, both synchronized and unsynchronized. To carry out a live review in Fusion, you'll first need to open a file from the dataset entitled Humure Socket Refine. When you have the file open, click File, Live Review Session. This will open a live review session window with a link in it which we can click to copy and share with other people. Anyone that receives this link can paste it into any browser, using any device that supports a browser, and this will allow them to initiate the live review session in the browser. They'll need to enter their name so that they can be identified. When the live review has finished rendering the socket, they can review the design in the browser. In the browser, we can use the same tools that we would in Fusion. We can use the view cube to navigate, so we can click for a front, left, back or right view, or we can view from the top or the bottom, and we can click the home button to return home. We also have the navigation tools at the bottom of the screen, such as orbit, pan, zoom, first person, and camera interactions, such as fit to view and focal length. We can also perform a section analysis, and we can analyse the X-plane, the Y-plane, or the Z-plane. Let's click the Z-plane to have a look at that. You can use the manipulation tools to move the cut lines horizontally, vertically, or we can rotate them if we wish. We can also click to explode the model, and using the slider we can analyse the explosion, and we can click to launch the model browser also. We can look at the properties of the file, and we can click to modify various settings for performance and appearance, and navigation and selection. We can also toggle full screen on and off. And we can double click here to launch a chat. As a participant, I might want to ask a question such as, what are the dimensions of the Humure socket? Then click send. Now if we go back to Fusion, we can see that this question appears in the chat history here. I can respond to it if I like in Fusion. And if we go back to the session in the browser, we can review the chat history here also. So there's the original question, and there's my response from Fusion. If I go back to Fusion and make the window smaller, and then go to the browser window and make that one smaller also, I can show you some of the other interactions that can take place during a live review session in Fusion 360. In the live review session dialog window in Fusion, we can set the presenter controls. Currently, I'm controlling the presentation, so anything that I do in Fusion is replicated in the browser in real time. So if I orbit in Fusion, the model in the browser orbits also. So for example, I might zoom into the model in Fusion to look at a specific part, let's say the buckles, and this also happens in the browser. At any point, in the presenter controls, I can unsynchronize. Now if I move the model, or anything that I do in Fusion, is not replicated in the browser. And again, at any point I choose to, I can resynchronize my presenter controls and continue to broadcast my interactions with Fusion. Additionally, I can click to assign presenter control to any of the participants logged in through the browser, and anything that they do is then replicated in Fusion in real time. For example, if I zoom in the browser and zoom back out again, that's also replicated in Fusion in real time. At any point that I wish, I can click to stop the live review session, then click to end the session. And that will end the session in the browser also.